السلام عليكم. طيب الله طاعتكم. هلا حبيبي، هلا ابو زود، نورك حبيبي، احبك الله، مراحب. طبعا اليوم راح يكون انترفيو مع الدومينيكان دومينيتر فيكتور مارتينيز. فاليوم الانترفيو راح يكون بالانجليزي، فاللي شوي اللغة الانجليزية عندهم ضعيفة يتحملوننا معلش. انا توني دزيت له مسج، ان شاء الله راح يكون معانا خلال دقائق. سؤال متى يفتح النادي؟ كل يوم ينسال. والله يا جماعة احنا نتمنى اليوم قبل باكر، بس للحين التعليمات اللي قاعد نسمعها ان احتمال نص 6 لأول 7، والله المستعان. انترفيو مع التركيت. يا التركيت حاضر اي وقت، انا حاضر، بس ما يصير اقابل نفسي. الله اعلم، والله انا ما ادري متى الافتتاح. اللي يقول لي شعرنا اخر صدق انا ما ادري. ليش محمد؟ حاول ترجم، في الحين ترجمة بالصوت. تشود I want to be part of O2 ان شاء الله you will be. انت ليش رايك كلنا مبين فيك كل يوم وديش انك تعبان مريض؟ لا والله الحمد لله، هذا وانا قاعد اضحك. لا الحمد لله ابد، ابشرك الصحة الحمد لله طيبة من احسن ما يكون، لها الحمد. جمال يا اخي، اشوفك ودي اكل بيتزا. اذا وجه ذكرك البيتزا زين. حبيبي وانت بخير وصحة وعافية ان شاء الله، والجميع ان شاء الله يعود رمضان بصحة وعافية. ابو فيصل، ابو فيصل يا جماعة هذه تعليمات دولة. ابو فيصل صاحب نادي، يعني تعليمات الحكومة ما يصير هو يبطل الحكومة تقول له. فكلنا والله ناطرين، ولكن ان شاء الله يعني ان شاء الله نتأمل ان الوضع يرد طيب، نتأمل. حبيبي يا ابو حمني، والله انك منور اللايف ولك صور بالكل. حياك الله، تحياتنا لك من الكويت لاوكرانيا. ربي يعزك يا محمد. لا ان شاء الله كل يوم ان شاء الله راح يكون في ضيف مميز، وباذن الله ان كل يوم تكون في فايده حق الجميع. احنا هذا هدفنا اساسا، ان شغلنا لايف اوكسجين عشان نحاول ان نفيد، يعني حتى النادي مسكر نحاول ان نفيد الكل. حبيبي ربي يعزك، ما عليك زود. جديدي بعد كورونا، والله خلنا نرد التمرين عدل. اول شيء تمرين البيت، لا يهش ولا ينش على قولتهم. نرد تمرين وان شاء الله اذا في بطولات، يعني انا عندي نية ان اشارك هالسنة، ربي يسهل. يلا يا فيكتور، المفروض الحين يكون معنا الخط، صارت 11 والحين توقيتهم الساعة 4 العصر. حواجبي. بس لا حد يقول ايش فيك زعلان وليش معصب. ترى والله انا وجهي كذي، بس لا انا زعلان ولا معصب. قرا تلمع ولا يهمك. في ليت لنا فوقي، خل اطفيه. تمام كذي. الحين صارت ما تلمع، يبها صارت تلمع من الليت اللي قبالي. هذا وصل الحبيب. Hello.
Hello, what's up, guys?
What's up? The Dominican Dominator is here.
How you doing, my brother Suleiman? What's going
I'm
on?
good. I'm good. I'm good. How are you? And how is your family?
They're good. They're good. They're
Good.
home right now, inside, relaxing. Staying away from coronavirus.
Still locked down in New York?
It's everywhere, but I'm not scared of it. I go to the gym. You know,
You
I go.
never scared.
Oh, to live in fear is to die early.
Yeah. First for all, I'm just checked. You changed the username of your account few days ago
Yes.
from Victor Martinez to Dominican Dominator.
Yes, because there's a lot of Victor Martinez's in the world. Over here in I think in Peru or in Chile, you have Victor Martinez, the artist. He's a good artist, by the way.
Uh-huh.
I want to buy one of his paintings. Also, there's Victor Martinez, the baseball player over here. He was a catcher for the Indians. Now I don't know what team he's in, but he's also Victor Martinez. So there's a lot of Victor Martinez, but there's only one Dominican Dominator.
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, most of people here in Middle East knows Victor as a champion, so they knows only the places of your shows. Just tell them when is Victor begin his journey.
Oh, I began my journey in. He's gonna give my age. It was in 1993. 1 year after I saw Pumping Iron. I saw Pumping Iron in 1992, and I also saw the Mr. Olympia. My friend had it recorded. I saw Mr. Olympia competing, Lee Haney with Dorian Yates, 1992, and after this, I said, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to compete. So 1993 was my first show, and ever since then, I always said, as long as I have health, as long as I have money to support this, I'm never gonna stop. I'm never gonna stop. And I'm still going. I'm still going. So that was the beginning,
So you
basically.
are stubborn.
1993 was my first show, and I never did too many shows because again, life happens. I always had to work. I always worked 2, 3 jobs. This is the first time I'm not working in a long time. With this coronavirus. There's no training. I wanted to do Australia after the Arnold. I wanted to do Brazil. I love Brazil. Um, and they stopped us. No more competitions this year, but love competing. I'm not doing it so well right now because I haven't been winning, but I love competing. And will I do it again anytime soon? Well, it doesn't look too promising because sponsorship is low.
Yeah.
Gyms are closed, and you got to plan other things now because competition is not forever. So right now, we're looking for different things to do.
So you start the bodybuilding at 1993.
Yeah, I was 19
So
years old.
19, too young.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
very young.
when the first show you won?
It was called the Elmo Santiago Show. It was held by Miss Universe. I believe he was Mr. Universe 1967. I'm not sure, but he had 2 gyms, one in the Bronx and one in New York City. And I started working out in his gym, and he was the only gym in Manhattan that had the most competitors. You know, I can name a few. Some guys might know them. That he had Caprice Murray that became professional from his gym, Martinez, who you know became a Christian and lost his mind, went crazy. I don't know what the hell happened to him, but he was a good bodybuilder. Ronnie St. Cloud, another good bodybuilder that came out of Elmo Santiago gym. So there's a lot of
There are a lot.
bodybuilders. You know how you get these gyms that you get the people that just work out, and then you get the
Yeah.
people, and then you get some gyms that get people that really train hard. And out of that one gym, you get a lot of competitors. Elmo's gym was one of those gyms, you know. Oh, and I got to mention my friend, Ivory White. He was also one of the guys that also inspired me to compete out of that gym. You know?
So, who's the best bodybuilder of Victor Martinez?
Oh, what year? What era? The
No, no, ever.
70s, 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 80s, 90s, 2000. I have one for
No,
every century.
no, ever.
Oh man, that's too much because it's like saying what you know, what's your favorite car? You know, I have a different car depending on what year. You know, you can't say one person is, you know, you know, there's different levels to it, you know. Now when you look at shape, you know, Flex Wheeler. I got to say Flex Wheeler was, you know, his shape is just ridiculous. Great competitor. I mean, you can look at him all day, you know, in pictures, in video. You can look at Flex Wheeler. Ronnie Coleman, a whole other level. It's two different
I know.
types of bodies. You know, you can't say, hey, you can't compare Flex Wheeler to Ronnie and Ronnie to Flex Wheeler, but you know.
You love Ronnie a lot.
Yeah, but that was cheating though. That's when he was. That doesn't count. That's when he was tired. You know, it's like I wait to compete. You know, like some people wait to fight Mayweather. They're waiting for him to be 50 years old, and then they say, you know what, I fight you. You know, like right now, I think I'll fight Mike Tyson right now for $20 million. You know,
So,
but you got in the 80s. I got to say the 80s. Danny Padilla, you know, Puerto Rican. One of my favorite, Lee Haney. Lee Haney, I got to say, he's one of the nicest. I mean, I thought all bodybuilders were like Lee Haney. You know, I thought they were nice. I thought that they spoke well because he used to have a show called Totally Fit and ESPN. The only time ever local television had a bodybuilding show, and Lee Haney was on it, and I think also Miss Olympia had her own show. What was her name? Miss Olympia. Oh my God, I can't remember. You know. Anyways, we talk about bodybuilders anyways, but Lee Haney had his own show. And also we go back to the founding fathers in the 70s. You have Sergio Oliva. I mean, I love Sergio Oliva from the first time I saw him in a magazine. I mean, and there's one thing that I love about him that was so simple. Every time he liked something, he always used to say, "Yeah, baby."
about 90s.
Yeah, in the 90s, you got, you know, a lot of guys, you know, you got Kevin LeBron, you know, Flex Wheeler is in there in the 90s, you know, Kevin LeBron. Hard working bodybuilders will have to be also Mike Francois. He was, but there's so many, you know, there's also the guys that weren't giants, you know, Mohammed McAway and Mohammed Banaziza.
Yeah.
Mohammed Banaziza was wow. This guy was just like, how do
He's
you put?
from Algeria, I think.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had muscle on his frame. What, 5'5", 5'6"? You know, probably even shorter than that. He had muscle, the same muscle somebody will have if they were 6 feet tall in that little small frame. You know, Mohammed Benaziza, great bodybuilder. And again, there's just too many to name. I don't have just one that's going to be, you know, hey, this guy just takes it all. He has everything. They all have something different. They all have something different. And it's like music, you know, they all had a different tune, you know. Now you go back to our time right now. Our time right now will definitely be, you know, you got the Kai Greens and the Dexter. Dexter is one of those guys that is very impressed because of his consistency, you know. Dexter always always came in shape, always deliver, you know. But then you have somebody like Kai who just comes in huge as hell, and by far one of the best entertainers. And Phil Heath, I mean, 7-time Mr. Olympia, Phil Heath. He's great. Yeah. He's so I like too many bodybuilders. I don't stick to one. I don't follow just one. I like something out of each one of them, especially how they are with not just on stage, the way they work out, but the way they are to their fans, you know. The way they are to their fans, I think that's very important to me, because I feel that, you know, just because they're big, they have all this muscle, that the muscle doesn't make them, you know. And deep down inside in their heart, they're still like everybody else. And the humbleness is something I respect more.
Okay. You compete with a lot of big names.
Yes.
Which one of them, and you said with yourself, I can't beat him?
Oh, it was basically just Ronnie. It was just Ronnie. No, Ronnie. I still remember in what year I was with Ronnie. It was 2000. In 2004, I just started, so I couldn't think I could beat anybody in 2004. It was my first Olympia, you know. But in 2005, I remember everybody backstage talking about, man, I'm gonna get second, I'm gonna get third, I'm gonna get fourth, you know. But nobody was saying I'm gonna get first place. Nobody was saying this.
Because Ronnie's here.
Everybody, yeah, because Ronnie's there, yes. So everybody was just talking about second and up, but not first. Nobody talked about first, you know. Yeah, but Jay Cutler again, being one of those great bodybuilders, the way Jay Cutler, I mean, he's definitely been one of the best ambassadors to the to bodybuilding, and he continues, and you know, he has his shows, he gives back with his shows, and that's why I wanted to have my show. When I heard Jay Cutler had his show, I said, man, I have to give something back. And that's why I have Legends, which this year is not going to happen because of the whole pandemic. But that's my giving back to bodybuilding and to the Bronx, was to bring the show to the Bronx. And that's why I have Legends Championship in the Bronx.
So 2007 is the best version of Victor Martinez.
Hey,
What's the
man.
secret in 2007?
Well, you got to remember, 2006 was pretty good too. 2006 was pretty good. You know, the only problem with 2006, they were still playing Ronnie and Jay Cutler. You know, they were playing Ronnie and Jay Cutler, but 2006, I actually brought in a good look, and I think I was happy in 2006, but still, I was still behind the scenes, because they still wanted Ronnie, they still wanted Jay. They wanted to create that rivalry, you know. So I couldn't get in. No matter what I did, there was no way I was gonna get in, you know, because in 2006 I could have placed definitely higher than third, but third wasn't bad. I'm not complaining. I'm just making a note of it.
Yeah, but most of people and fans and people who care about bodybuilding said the best version is 2007.
Yeah, 7 again, because Ronnie wasn't there. So,
Yeah.
you know, you had, you know, Dennis Wolf was coming very strong. I remember, people forget, but Dennis Wolf was definitely, he was good that year too.
He were fourth or fifth.
Yeah, no, I think he was in the top 5, Dennis Wolf.
Yeah.
He was definitely one of these guys that I was like, wow, you know. But I was so focused, I was only looking at first. And you know, this is a backstory. You know, I felt this is the only time I ever felt, even in the amateurs, even in small shows, small amateur shows, other shows that I've won. In 2007 Olympia was the first time I felt like, wow, I can win this.
Yeah.
You know, I really can. I can feel it in my heart. I can feel it in the air. I can feel it everywhere, you know.
And you were too close.
Yeah, no, it was close, but not really, you know. I mean, it's when it's a bodybuilding, a muscle-bound beauty pageant, you know, you still gotta, you know, the judges, you're still being judged, you know. And maybe a couple of them didn't like me, and they placed me bad. And also I'm competing with Jay Cutler, who he's won 3, you know. So, and he's been competing with Ronnie, coming back behind Ronnie, second place for a few years already.
Yeah.
So it wasn't gonna be that easy just pushing him out, you know. For me to beat Jay Cutler, I tell you what, they would have let me beat Jay Cutler that year. I think bodybuilding would have sold out the following year, and it would have been selling out up until now. But when you keep having the same guy win, and win, it's actually it gets a little boring, you know. And you almost feel like you're doing this show just because you know you can do it, you know you look good, but you might not win it because they already chose the winner, you know.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, that's just my personal feeling of it. But they weren't ready to give it away, take it away from Jay Cutler yet, you know. And Jay Cutler won. But backstory was one of Jay Cutler's best friends came to
Sure.
my room. He came to my room on Thursday night. And he goes, Victor, can I come see you? And I said, yeah, please. You're welcome. Come to my room. He goes, oh, my God, you beat Jay Cutler. You beat him.
He said that?
Yeah, he said this. And the reason why I got so excited was because I know this guy's Jay Cutler's real friend. You know, I mean, I know he's not bullshitting me. But I also didn't relax. I didn't relax yet because why is not in my hands. It's not in my hands. The trophy is still not in my hands. They haven't announced the winner is Victor Martinez, you know. Then the only other time I heard I won was Ronnie Coleman himself backstage, you know. And he just looks at me before we come out for the top 10 lineup. He looks at me to the side. He goes, man, you know you got this, right, man? And I said, Ronnie.
You talking like him.
Yeah, no, I'm good at impersonating, you know. It's kind of like Jay Cutler. Damn, Vic, you look really good this time, Vic, you know. It's Jay Cutler. And but Ronnie Coleman like, Vic, you got this, man. You got. I said, Ronnie, I don't have it yet. They haven't made the announcement, you know. They haven't made the announcement. I don't have it on my hands. And I grew up in a very poor neighborhood, very tough neighborhood. And we had this thing is, you know, you ain't got it until you have it. We always grew up like that. You know, you can't say, you know, mentally, there always, you know, a lot of motivational speakers say, think you have it already, you know, plan that you have it already, think that you have it. In my heart, yes, I did felt it was my best. Yes, I did felt I was going to win. But I also wasn't taking it for granted because I didn't want to have this great expectation, because I think if I would have had that great expectation, I think I probably would have cried on stage, you know.
Mm.
That's why I was just like, you know, whatever. When they said Jay Cutler, I was just like, whatever. This is bodybuilding, you know.
Yeah, sure.
And
How many shows you did from your journey?
Man, I probably done not too many
In pros.
shows.
In pros.
In the pros, not too many. Not freaking 60 shows like Dexter, you know. Not like him.
No,
You
nobody like
know,
Dexter.
yeah, no, because my thing was, unfortunately, outside of bodybuilding, I had too much of a colorful life, you know. It's too much interesting life, you know.
Yeah, I know.
I was having too much fun, too much partying, you
I know.
know. These you know, too many fake girls, and it's you get caught up. You get caught up, and I think if I would have been off the street earlier, I think I would have done more on that stage. And the reason I actually did so good in 2006 and 7 was because my coach, Victor Munoz, won. And number two, not being number two, but being most important also, was my friend, Mike McGuckin. You know, he was the one that always used to tell me and look at me in the eyes, and he goes, you are a champion. You can win. You can be one of the best. And I never heard this before. This is the first time I'm hearing this.
Yeah.
What you fucking nuts? You know, this guy's telling me this like it's for real. But the more he said this, the more I believed him. So when MHP, you know, had given me the contract in 2005, now I had some more responsibility. I have to do good for this, you know, this company. You know, I also
Yeah.
have to do good for myself, but I
You have to
also
focus now.
yeah, and I have to deliver for my fans. You know, I don't want my fans to leave me or not believe in me either. So that was the difference in that year. And unfortunately, in 2007, my best friend Mike passed away. You know, so and that was about 4 weeks after the Mr. Olympia. So I lost the Olympia, but I also lost my best friend and brother, Mike McGuckin. You know. And if I ever do a gym, I'm going to have a leg corner because he loved doing legs, and his number one bodybuilder was Dorian Yates. My favorite about Dorian was his training. No training was like Dorian Yates, and that's why I love Dorian Yates. And again, to be one of those 90s bodybuilders. But if I ever have a gym, I'm going to name that leg corner. It will be Mike McGuckin's corner, you know. I'm going to name it after him, you know. Yeah, but definitely not that many shows, not like Dexter. I believe I done under 30 shows, not that many.
This is a good number.
Yeah. Under
Yeah.
30, you know.
So about all of these shows, what the worst situation you experience while preparing?
The worst situation, man. I think I will have to say, man, there's been a couple, but working with a coach, I'm not gonna say his name, you know, because again, it happens, you know, with coaches. But 2 days, 1 day out from the show, um, the coach looks at me and I tell him, okay, the show's tomorrow, so what do I do next? And he tells me, I don't know.
How?
I know. He looks at me, he goes, I'm like, dude, I mean, I'm not. Anyway, I start laughing. You crazy, man. No, seriously. What do we do next? How am I gonna dry out? He goes, I really don't know. And that's when I knew in that year. Again, I'm not gonna name the year or the coach, you know, because I don't like talking bad about people, or you
Yeah, for
know,
sure.
unless I'm gonna punch you in the face in that 1 second, you know.
No, we just talking about the situation, not about names.
Yeah, so it was one of those hard things. And another one was getting ready for 2005 was hard because uh, I had no money. And you know, and it happened. Hold on, I should ask my lawyer if I can say this, you know, but it's 2005,
And the
2015
money is the most
is
important thing
yeah,
in bodybuilding.
Yeah, 2015, 2019. So that's probably about, you know, a good 15 years ago. Maybe I could say, you know, I had to do illegal stuff, you know, to do that competition, you know. And a friend of mine actually helped me out. He goes, listen, I don't know bodybuilding. I don't follow it, you know. And I told him, listen, I really don't want to be on the street because this is going to take away my opportunity of being a good athlete. He goes, listen, I want to take you off the street. What do you need? I just said, I just need to focus on bodybuilding. You know, if I could pay my rent and pay my child support and my food for 3 months, that would keep
That's
me
it.
off. Yeah, that would keep me off the street and I could deliver. He goes, okay, so what's good for you to do in this competition? I said, if I could do top 5, that's in the Olympia, that'd be great. He goes, okay, you know what? He wrote me a big check. I mean, a big check. I mean, he wrote me a check what most companies give now in 4 months. He gave it to me in 1 month. He said, here's the check. Here's the key to the private gym. If you get top 5, you pay me back. And that year I got 5th place, you
This is a
know.
good deal.
Yeah, it was a good deal. And I'll never forget him. You know, I could say his name because he was such a great guy. You know, Michael Uran, and the reason I met him was because of my best friend, Mike McGuckin. Mike McGuckin said, I have this guy, and I can't keep him in the street any longer because he's going to be wasted talent, and I need your help. And he really pushed me, and I thank him. I always thank him, Michael Uran, you know, and, you know, he's Israeli, you know, doesn't follow bodybuilding. He was in a 6-day war, you know, and a real tough guy. You know, you can see the blood was made of strong iron, you know, a real serious guy. He just goes, well, I expect you to get 5th place. And I did it, and it happened. And then a month later, I got sponsored by MHP. So that was that was a good one. So running out of money is definitely one of those bad things. And actually, one of the other ones that I think I was never going to make it was 2006 because my mother died about 3 weeks before the Mr. Olympia, you know, in 2006. And I competed because I knew if I had to have the heart to do it, because, you know, to quit it is to be boring. You know, I don't like being boring. I like to keep it interesting. I like to keep pushing harder. And I know my mom wouldn't have wanted me to quit. So that was a big loss going into 2006. You know,
for sure.
So I lost someone from 2006 all the way to 2000, you know, I believe to 2009. I lost somebody in my family, 2010, you know, every year in the Olympia. And that was always, life is hard. I never spoke about it. I never spoke about it in the press conference, you know, like Phil Heath, he uses death as a nice way to get a good placing, you know. You know, my dog died, you know. Oh man, something. You know.
He
So
loves
he,
his
you know
dog.
that, Phil. Yeah, no, but Phil always had some sort of drama at the, you know, personal drama brought up at the press conference when I'm like, man, I should have used that, you know. I should have said somebody died or so, but I never, you know, again, you know, what I'm doing in the gym, what I'm going to do at the show, I never brought my personal life to the you know, to any conversations, and it was all on social media anyways, you know. Victor's getting arrested, Victor's getting this, everything was out there. So there was already enough bad happening. So I never like to talk about anything negative leading or happening at the show.
So from 2016, you work with Abdullah Taibi, right?
Yeah, Abdullah.
You did 2 shows with him.
Yes,
You won.
did 2 shows, and I won both shows. And you know, he knows he's like my little brother. You know, he's my little brother. He knows he stayed with me at my house, so he knows, you know, how crazy it is.
So
Abdullah knows how crazy it is. So he knows nothing's normal in my life. You know, if you ever say
I know.
Victor and normal, don't believe him, okay? Because there's nothing normal. All right.
I know also.
Yeah. So you know how it is, man. Come on, man. But you know what? There's nothing normal. But you know what? When I have a friend, you are my friend. I love my friends.
Thank you.
And I don't call
love you
everybody
too.
my friends. You know.
So how the connection is start with Abdullah?
Well, the first one, I was invited by Batter in 2009. I was gonna go to Kuwait in 2009, but that year my sister was murdered. You know, in 2009, and that year, from her murder to the, I don't even remember competing in the Olympia 2009. I don't remember anything that year, you know, because I just I was so, I can't believe I lost my sister, because she helped me for all my amateur shows. She did my diet for all my amateur shows. You know, I did 7 amateur shows, or 6 or 7 before I, you know, won the nationals. And she was more, you know, she wasn't just my sister. She was a key part for me being a professional bodybuilder to where I am today, you know. And, you know, her loss was just like, my heart was ripped out, and the only thing I was thinking about was, you know, picking up the guy, because I already knew who the guy was before the police knew, and I just really wanted to chop the guy up, and you know, but I don't believe in killing. I believe in torture, you know. So I wanted to chop off both his arms, and maybe I would have felt great about it, but then I wouldn't be here right now. But it was a tough year, you know. So that was one of those things you don't really think about. But yeah, 2009 was definitely one of those years that I don't remember much of.
So
You know?
you contact with him again at 2016.
Yeah, so in 2009, I didn't go to Kuwait, and then I went back, I believe, a year later. I think was it 2010? I went to Kuwait. I went for 1 week, and I met Abdullah.
Yeah.
After I went to a show in Europe, and from the show in Europe, I think it was Spain. Instead of coming back home, I went straight to Kuwait. And I saw Abdullah, and you see Abdullah with his big eyes and crazy looking, and his sandals, and but I said, man, this kid's young, but when he speaks, you know, truth, and he speaks, you know, like with conviction. And I said, man, this guy's not, he's young in the face, but he's not young here, you know.
Yeah. He has a big mind.
Yeah, he's not young here. And then forget it. Once after that, it was, that's it, man. And I looked at him and I said, you're my brother. You have no choice.
You won the Baltimore show?
Yeah, Baltimore show was one of the ones that we said, you know what, we're going to stick this one together. I'm going to follow everything you tell me, whether it's this little or this big. It just, I'm going to follow it. And with Abdullah, it was one of these things that bothered him was, you know what, you're a champion. You haven't won any shows lately, but, you know, there's a couple of shows you should have won. This is not going to happen with me. This is not going to happen. So he was involved 1,000%. And when you get that involvement from a coach, you know, that involvement of being involved 1,000%, not just here's the diet on email and that's it, you know. We were talking, you know, strategies. We were talking, hey, this worked. Hey, I didn't like the way this felt. So there was a full 100% communication with us. And when people understand, when they have a coach, it's not just getting a diet and just getting, you know, supplement list. Is communication to the mind. If your coach can connect with you mentally, you know, that's what's going to get you that number one place, you know.
This is the most important, yeah.
Yeah, so we had that full communication, you know, and he always made sure, because not only is he trying to help me, you know, he also, you know, wants to tell and show Batter that he can do it, and he wants to show Oxygen Jim that he's not full of shit, you know. So Abdullah, you know, he delivers not by talking, he delivers by showing. And him bringing me to Baltimore in that great, and like I said, I felt good, and I felt good and healthy. We showed up there healthy. There was no passing out. There was no, you know, drama. Oh my God, you know, puking and diuretics, all this bullshit. It was just straight. You know what? You look very good. You can have a cheesecake. I'm like, I'm not going to question you. Give me my fucking cheesecake. I'll take my cheesecake, man. You know, you're a coach, man. You're right. You're always right.
So what the second show after Baltimore?
Second one was the one in I believe it was Chad Nichols' show.
Yeah.
Chad Nichols' show, Muscle Mayhem. He had it for about, I believe, 2-3 years. This year he didn't have it. Last year, I mean, he canceled it last year. You know, so it was great, you know, doing a show for Chad Nichols, because Chad Nichols was my second dietitian. You know, I always have Victor Munoz as a trainer, but as dietitian, I had Chris Aceto first. And Chad Nichols was my second one, and I stuck with Chad for a while. So it was great, competing at his show. And I think the head coach that year was the first time I think Tyler Mannion was being head coach, and it was all different. Again, I never competed in Missouri. I only guest posed there before. And so being in Missouri with him, my wife was there. A couple of my friends came over. I got to compete with Akeem, the monster, but he got me in good shape. Like I said, I was in good shape to a point that I felt great.
Yeah, but you work with a lot of big names of coaches.
Yeah.
What the special thing in Abdullah? How can you to trust him?
No. Yeah, to work with Abdullah is if you don't trust him, don't bother. Don't bother. Because if you don't trust him, then you're gonna doubt. You're gonna doubt him, and with doubt comes you're not gonna do your part. He's
No,
gonna give.
I mean you trust him as a coach.
Yeah, no, a coach, a friend, a brother. I mean, more than that. But I definitely trusted him. I don't think I questioned Abdullah. I don't think that one time. And he'll tell you that. He said, Victor, let's do this. One time I'm putting salt in my food and I put it here. Hey, no more of that shit. Next time, count to three next time. 1, 2, 3. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, it was always, I always listened to him. So if you're not going to listen to your coach and if you have doubts about your coach, I don't think you should go with him,
Sure.
So one of the things I had with him was trust. I had trust with him from the beginning, And again, it's all in the eyes, It's not, hey, Abdul, I want to talk to you, if I want to talk to him for 5 minutes, it wind up being, half an hour, 1 hour, So it was always, he always had the time. He always gave me the time. And all I can do is give back my dedication. And that's why it worked out really well working with Abdullah.
So you feel good with him?
Yes. No, I
Yeah.
work with Abdullah anytime. I work with him anytime. I mean, come on. Not only did he help me win a couple of championships, he made a few guys pros here and there, but now he also made the biggest dream anybody can have was to make somebody a Mr. Olympia.
Sure.
Not too many people can say that. Brandon Curry, I mean, when I see, we met, I believe I spoke to Brandon Curry backstage at the Baltimore Pro about Abdullah. And I said, man, if you're going to go to Kuwait, you need to go to Kuwait and you need to work with Abdullah. This guy, he's a maniac. He's fucking crazy, man. But you know what? He's going to make it happen for you. And that's, Abdullah will tell you, I think that's the first time I did the introduction for them. And I think he went the following year, Yeah, but that's how I remember it. And look, from that show, he became Mr. Olympia last year. So I think it's a great story and something that's going to be told over and over,
Yeah, in 2 years.
Within 2 years, exactly.
Yeah.
And
so tell us about the business of Victor now. I think you have a company for products and supplement or.
Man, I ain't got shit, man. I ain't got shit. I'll tell you right now. That's one. I ain't got shit. That's what. Listen, man. Those are one of my flaws. People don't call it a flaw. They call it a glitch. But my honesty is fucking out. It's just out the window. I mean, not out the window. Is outer space. My honesty is just my honesty, I ain't got shit, bro. All right. I'm trying to survive right now. Okay. I posted, I posted, I tell you what though, I do have a lot of kids. I have a lot of beautiful kids, I love my kids, Without them, I wouldn't be alive right now. So I do have something, you know. But as far as, you know, the question that you asked me was as far as business, no, I ain't got shit. I just did a post right now on coaching. I want to start coaching because I was able
You
to
have
make.
to, because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I trust you have a big experience in bodybuilding,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, it's one of those things that I've been
and
answering.
even about posing.
Yeah, I've been answering all these questions on social media. I've been answering all these questions in my seminars, and it's always been free, 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 free. I never thought about making money off of it. I don't mind helping, you know, the guy who wants to learn and all this. But you know what? I mean, at this time and age, you know, contracts are not there anymore. You know, they're hard to exist unless you do something yourself. Is right now it's just not going to happen. So that's why I put that new post on my story. You know, please answer the questionnaire, and hopefully start doing some more coaching online so I could help and continue. You know, hopefully down the line come back and compete again myself. But that's all I have. You know, I had a restaurant. You know, as a business. You know, the U.S. government fucked me, locked me up for 8 months, and I lost it. So. That's normal. You know, I could say that now because I'm a citizen. Yeah, motherfucker. Undeportable. You can't deport me now, bitches.
So, what's your next plan?
Oh, no, just work on this one-on-one training, and let's see after all this happens, hopefully I get my contract back and start living. But right now, I think I eat like 2 meals a day. You know, I go to the gym, I work out for 45 minutes because if I work out for an hour and a half, I'll collapse on the floor because I don't have enough calories in me. But I'm just right now, this is survival mode. This is we're fighting this pandemic. We're fighting this unemployment. We're fighting no money coming in for a lot of people. And I'm not gonna bullshit. Say I'm living large, baby. Bling bling bling. Yeah, bullshit. You know, none of that happening. You know, I have a lot of kids. I have to take care of my kids first. You know, if I have to lose 10, 20 pounds, I don't give a shit. I really, you know, I want to deliver for my kids. You know, I want to deliver for my kids and get out of this situation. You know, it's a bad situation. It's not a fun situation. It's and it's not forever. You know, this is just now. It's just now, and it's happening to millions of people. You know, it's not just me. So everybody knows I'm normal too. You know, with a little bit of muscle. That's all.
So, I think we have questions here. Just wait.
Mm.
Hello. I can bring the same. Oh, I asked you already that question. So, do you see me?
Yeah. No, no, you got off.
Wait. Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
So I think we are done here now. If you want to say anything for your fans, just do it.
No. First of all, even though during this hardship, I feel like depression, being broke, all this shit doesn't matter. You know, I love my fans. I love the support you guys giving me over the years. Thank you, Oxygen, Bader, Kuwait, you, Suleiman, you know, Abdullah, you know, Askar, all you guys, you know, miss you guys. I wish if I didn't have so many responsibilities here, I could see you guys more. I will be in Kuwait in 1 second. And want to thank always, you know, my MHP, you know, muscular development for all the years, you know, all the judges that judge me good, you know, the judges that judge me bad, you can suck a fat one. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's not gonna look good. That's not gonna get me a good placing, you know. No, but I appreciate everybody that was good to me in the industry. The people that haven't been good to me in the industry, you know, it's just tell it to my face, man. You know, let's fight it out, man. Stop hiding and stop talking shit behind my back, and come on, let's fight it out, man. You know, and let the aggression out, you know, just stop fucking me behind the scenes, you know. But I just want to thank, you know, all the fans, the people that continue believing in me, my kids, my biggest drive, my biggest support, my biggest inspiration, my kids. I love you. I love you. I love you. I mean, like I said, you guys keep me alive. And I want to say, you know, I feel sad for the losses we had of our brothers, you know, Luke Sando, you know, that sorry you had to go through this so early, so young, you know, but you know, I live for my kids, and I want them to be everything they want to be in the future. I don't live for myself anymore, and that's why, you know, certain situations, depression does happen. It has happened to me for my whole, I think most of my life. I was depressed to the age of 25, you know, so I know what it feels like, and it's hard to talk about. You know, people think you could just talk about it and you're going to be fine. You know, you got to remember, a depressed person is a great actor. You know, they can tell you they're going to be fine, but once they're gone, it's gone. There's, you know, you got to have hope. You got to have hope, but you also got to understand the situation, you know. And when you're depressed, nobody will ever understand your situation, you know. And, you know, just want to tell everybody, please stay healthy. You know, just stay under 3,000 milligrams, you know, don't take too much. All right. And, you know, if you have to, you know, shake your ass in front of gay men to make some money, go ahead, do it. I'm not judging you. I'm not going to do it. You know, I won't do it, you know. You know. But again, you know, I'm not judging. Everybody's got to do what they got to do to survive. And again, you know, that's why I have so many crazy friends, good friends, because I'm not judgmental. I just like to have good people, good, honest people, and people that actually, when they shake my hand, say hello to me, that they are not the ones that talk shit behind my back at the same time. You know, just if you don't like me, you don't have to say hello to me. You know, if you don't like me, just keep walking, you know.
They can't.
No, just keep walking. Just, I don't like this fake thing. It's a lot of fakeness. It does, but I'd rather you not say hello to me than you say hello to me and then talk shit. Because if I find out you shook my hand and you talk shit, I want to crack your head open and I catch another case, you know.
You don't need anymore.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, you don't need.
I know. I can't even afford a free lawyer right now, man.
I'm so happy to see you, and I wish to see you soon.
Thank you.
In Kuwait or in US.
No, I see you guys soon, man. I see you guys very soon. Whether I see you at the next show, or I go back to Kuwait, even, you know, just to again do some hard workouts and maybe help Brandon Curry on his next Olympia. You know, I love to always be part of the team. I always, you know, this is for life, guys. You know, until we're 90. No, I don't want to be 90. No, until we're 80 or whatever. but friends for
How
life
old are
always.
you now?
Yeah, gonna be 47 in July. I'm
Yeah,
46 right now. Yeah,
you're still
46.
in youth age.
Yeah, 46. Yeah, half life. I'm in my half life.
Thank you so much, Victor.
No, thank you,
And wish to
Sliman.
see you soon.
Thank you. See you guys soon. All right.
Thank you.
Oxygen all the way. Take care. All right.
Thank you.
Say hello to the family.
Okay, thank you.
And happy Ramadan.
Happy Ramadan.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye.